Hi everyone, if you're new here, my name is Danny James, and in today's tutorial we're going to be learning how to do this Trippy liquid RGB glow inside of After Effects. This video has a small caveat in it. We're going to be using no plugins so that it can be easy for anyone and everyone to do this. Now jumping into After Effects, I have my clips set up already on my timeline, and we're going to be applying this RGB liquid glow on this clip. Now the first step that you need to do, you need to get a roto brush of the subject. I've done this in several tutorials before. Just look at my After Effects tutorials and you might find one which has a roto brush step by step, but it kind of took quite a bit of time because of little contrast between his skin color and the background, especially for the hands. It took a bit of time for the AI to adjust, but we made it work. I have this roto brush layer on top and I have the background layer right. Now what you want to do to this layer, you want to go to your effects and look for turbulent displace. Put it on that background layer. With the turbulent displace effect, you want to add a keyframe for size. At default it starts at 100, so we can hit you on this background scene and set up that keyframe at the beginning. And then you can go at the end of this clip and then we'll bump up this value. Let's go up to 500 so that you can have like the maximum displacement on it. So you can see how the car bulges. I also like the default settings, which is turbulent. You can try these other ones, but I found turbulent to be giving me the results. You can try with bulge smoother or turbulent. And then the second thing you want to do, you want to go to your effects and presets and look for hue and saturation. Add the hue and saturation onto there. And then you want to add a keyframe for channel range. So we are going to be affecting the entire channels from the reds to the blues. So add a keyframe for the channel range. Hit you on your background so that you can see that keyframe. And then we can go to the end of this clip and then let's rotate the master hue so that it goes a full rotation. So we need it to go one cycle, just one cycle. So let me just put this keyframe at the end. And then if you want, you can highlight on your keyframes and set them up on easy ease so that the transition it's quite smooth. Now we want to hide some of these clones of the subject, so you can see a part of his shoulder right here and his arm. You can also see his hands right here. Now we want to hide it with a glow, so go for the VR glow. It's an inbuilt tool inside of After Effects. Now with the VR glow, you just want to reduce the luma threshold. As you go towards a lesser value, you get a more definition of the glow on this. You can also reduce the glow radius if you don't want this glow to be widespread among the pixels. You want to bring the glow saturation to 0. So that we don't have any colors on these glowed up areas. So let me see. Yeah, you can see the difference when the glow saturation is at 2 and when it's at 0, we see less of the hands. This looks quite trippy. The colors are changing very well. Now we want this transition to be quite smooth so that these colors come in and fade out in the right way. So simply what you want to do, you want to duplicate your background layer. So hit Ctrl D, and then you want to put this background layer right below it. Okay, and then on this second duplicate of the background, you want to delete all the effects that are on it. So I'll delete the turbulent, the hue, and the VR glow. And then afterwards, you want to go to your background layer which has all the effects, and then hit T so that you can get your opacity parameters. Enable that stopwatch so it starts at 0, and then you can go 10 frames to our right. I can easily measure using my eyes. That could be 10 frames, and then I'll have the opacity at 100. So I'll do the same so that it fades on this other side. It will stay at 100 and then it will end at 0. And then I'll push these keyframes to the end. Once more, you can highlight on your keyframes, put them on easy ease. Okay, once those keyframes are right there, you want to also highlight on them. And then you want to make this transition a bit faster. So I'll drag these, make sure you're editing your value graph, and then drag these points to the top. Sorry. As I showed you, drag these up on this side. The transition happens a bit faster. And then you also want to do the same thing on this other side. You want to drag that point that side and also drag this one. That way it will ensure that we'll have a smoother transition into this liquid thing, and so that it also exits in a similar way. Yeah, I think it looks good. The transitions are smooth and the colors are not too much. I can still see what's behind. I can tell that it's a car, it's some pillars, but they also have some liquid feel onto them. Yeah, that's it from me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Feel free to check out my website at dannyjames.co. You might find some cool editing presets and packs that you might find useful for your projects. If you also found this video useful, kindly give it a like so that it's recommended to other people like you, and subscribe if you're new here so that you never miss similar videos. My name is Danny James. See you in the next video. Peace.